Hello again. I was struck today with the extraordinary number of strange things to be found in my newspaper, and I thought I might share some of them with viewers. The first thing which I noticed, and I have spoken of this before, is the way in which advertisements now seem determined to erase white people entirely. For example, here we have an advertisement for the Halifax, featuring, of course, a covered Muslim. Here's one for Specsavers, and of course it features a black guy. And on the back we have one for YouTube, and here we have Daniel and Brodie from Bradford. Daniel is black, and inevitably his son is mixed race. This insistence on showing mixed race marriages is virtually an obsession lately with advertisers. I'm sure that other people have noticed this. The articles today all seem to be about very weird and annoying things too. As I'm sure you all know, we now have an education secretary who is a foreigner and came to the country as a refugee. He's dissatisfied now because he's noticed that many of the head teachers in Britain are white, and he wants to do something about this. Zahawi calls for more black head teachers. Of course he is. That's exactly what you expect him to be doing. What else do we have here? There's a couple of very odd things. Caerphilly Council in Wales has nothing better to do with their council taxpayers' money than draw up a list of places which might have what they call problematic associations with colonialism or the British Empire. They hit upon a very small village called Nelson, which is named after an inn which used to stand near it. Nelson, one of the greatest figures in British history, was responsible for the growth of the British Empire by defeating the French at Trafalgar in 1805, you see. So obviously he has to be erased, if conceivably possible. Elsewhere, we've got students at Edinburgh University who are being paid £14.50 an hour to read through the course that they will be studying and decolonise it. That is to say, point out which bits upset them. Nice work if you can get it. And here, I'm sure some of you will have heard of Sebastian Faulks, who's a novelist. He's written a book lately in which he's decided not to describe the female character, the central female character at all, because he's worried. He's been describing women's appearance in his previous books, which one does rather expect a novelist to do. It's part of the job, really. Apparently people have asked him, what makes you think you have the right to write about women? Which is a really weird thing to ask a novelist. I mean, I've written about 2 million westerns, and I really don't know what I would answer if somebody asked me what made me think I had the right to write about cowboys. Things are getting even stranger lately, because Sebastian Faulks says, and I quote, "I've read a lot of books about identity." Well, he needs to get out more for a start. "And in a way, it's not for me to pontificate. It's for Zadie Smith and Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie to write about, which both have done very well." Does that mean that only black women can write about identity, and a white Englishman like me shouldn't talk about my own identity? I mean, seriously? Just one more thing here. New York City is ending the programme for gifted students. At the moment, they have a gifted children programme, which is a network of schools specifically for encouraging, trying to get gifted children to. You have to excuse the noise. I've got a new computer at the moment which keeps making peculiar sounds. They have a network of schools designed specifically for gifted children, and any child who shows aptitude has access to them. The Mayor of New York, though, has decided that this is encouraging segregation because although the majority of the children are black and belong to other minorities, 75% of the gifted children are white. Obviously something wrong there. That's probably enough for now, but perhaps viewers will understand why I sometimes despair of the world when I read my newspaper in the morning.